I've drilled my rotor, and I got an ultrasonic cleaner now. I put a lacquer thinner in the ultrasonic cleaner and let it go for 30 minutes. So I'll talk about the coil and what I'm going to do with that. But just so you know, with this B rotor, this is what it looks like inside. And what I do is I'm going to drill a hole in the side of it here. What I do is I find where it says top. Okay, there's top stamped in the top of the B rotor there. And I consider that to be 12 o'clock. And where I want to put my hole on the side here is about 10 o'clock. Okay, and the reason why there's this junk in here, and I don't want to have a chance of my drill bit going in there and damaging anything. So if you notice, this area right here is pretty wide open. So what I did was I drilled my hole right about there at 10 o'clock. If you drill too far forward, you're going to hit a big plate like this. If you drill too far back, you're going to hit a plate like this. And if you go in the middle here, you're going to hit a plate like this. So you can kind of gauge that distance. I use a 1/16 drill bit, and that gives me a hole in the case, and that allows the lacquer thinner to get into the rotor and get mixed around in there. If you don't have an ultrasonic cleaner, you can still put a hole in the rotor and then get a syringe and push lacquer thinner in, and then cover it with your finger, the hole with your finger, shake it around, draw out the lacquer thinner. And the name of the game is to keep doing that until your lacquer thinner comes out as clear as it went in. And you're getting rid of that old oil in there. So the original oil that goes in there gets old and hardens, becomes like tar, and it stops the rotor from working. So the drilling method that I use is designed to get all that stuff out of there. Okay, and then I'm going to introduce new fluid into the rotor. Different guys use different things. I use just automatic transmission fluid, standard stuff you buy at an auto parts store, and inject it in there with my syringe. But that's what's going on with the rotor. Okay, and then when I'm done, I'm going to seal that hole over, and we'll see if it runs quiet. So that's what's going on with the rotor. What's going on with the coil is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape here. Okay, it's called glass cloth electrical tape. I got this off of Amazon. I'm not aware if anybody else makes it besides Scotch, but the word is that this is fireproof tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the coil with this tape. Usually I take 3 strips, go around the outside, the middle, and the other side, and that covers it. Okay, and I'm also, after that, going to take this stuff, liquid electrical tape, and I'm going to coat the white cloth electrical tape on the coil. Now, does that need to be done? Does this need to be done after I've wrapped it in? Probably not. Does this have to be done in order for the clock to work? No. This coil isn't in that bad of a shape. Sometimes they come out and they're falling apart, and so this tape is holding them together. Sometimes they come out and they look brand new, so not a problem, whatever. But I always wrap the coil as a precaution against any kind of a fire hazard. There's 2 things nearby me. Liquid electrical tape is one product, and then there's another product called liquid tape, which I used to be able to get at Walmart, but apparently they're not selling it anymore. But I've seen it at Harbor Freight, and pretty much the same thing, little different qualities to the 2. But anyway, I'm going to coat the glass cloth electrical tape that I put on the coil with that, let it dries fast. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this number back on there using paint. Just painting a little paintbrush, and I'm going to put on this number and also this color. And I don't have a complete understanding of what the color and the number means, but down the road somebody might need that information, so I put it back on there. And I also am going to take a heat shrink tube. Somebody's already done it to the smaller wires for the light here. One thing to be very careful about is we do not want to be rough with these wires at all. If they disconnect, then your coil is pretty much shot. There's a way to fix it, but I've never been able to do it. It's no fun. So it's better just to be really careful. When I straighten this wire right here to put heat shrink tube on it, I'm going to do that very gently, very slowly, and not put pressure on that wire because I don't want it to come off inside where it's connected. So I'm going to take a piece of heat shrink tube to these two wires and slide it down on there, and then I'm good to go with the coil. Feel good about that.